What's going on? Welcome to the second episode of Leave It on the Mic. I'm not with my co-host today. Our first episode was with Johnny Storm. Our second episode is with Swave Sevah. Yo, Swave, what's going on?
What's going on? What's going on?
Anybody that wants to call in, 347-215-6721. 347-215-6721. Yo, Swave, we got to go back to the battle that just dropped on the Grind Time pay-per-view.
All right.
The QP battle.
Okay. By the way, call in, y'all. Call in.
Damn. Why did you have to do that to QP?
That's the question that I've been getting since the battle happened. And truthfully, I keep it real with you. Me and QP had history. I kind of broke down the story in the second round. About the nigga did a blog back in the days. I could probably looked up the blog on YouTube. Him, P-Roll, Khan, all in Florida. They were trying to diss DNA or trying to get DNA to battle, and out the blue, he just said my name. Yo, Swade, that bum-ass, that bitch-ass nigga. I ain't know the boy then. I never had no conversation with none of them sons niggas at the time. And it made me mad because I actually was a fan of QP when I seen him battle Taz and Chronic Plague. I thought he beat Chronic Plague. I was trying to stand up for the nigga like, nah, the nigga got bombed. You know what I mean? And out the blue, I see the blog. My nigga Marv one hit me. Yo, this dude just said your name in his blog. I'm like, who? He like QP. I said, what blog? He sent me the link. I look at the blog, sure enough, he called me a bitch-ass nigga. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Niggas that know me know I don't rock like that. Especially for a nigga that I never had no dealings with in the past. And I mean,
Go on.
We never had no reason for him to come out his face towards me like that. Never.
Okay, now you made a statement in the battle, too. Like, two people threw you under the bus. I forgot the exact rhyme for it. You could rephrase it. You could re-say it if you want.
I said, Khan and Fox threw you under the bus. I guess they figured why I rescue you. One said you was bipolar. The other said you were bisexual. Right.
Did one really say that Q was bisexual, or is that just a little artistic, creative?
That was artistic. I'm gonna tell you what happened with that. When I approached Khan was like, yeah, he's bipolar, this, that, and the third. And then one of my boys made a comment like, nah, he bisexual, that little faggot-ass nigga, and everybody just kind of bust out laughing, you know what I mean? So that's where that came from. Like,
okay.
But they definitely threw him under the bus like, nah, we told him not to do it. Yo, Swave, that boy bipolar, he don't listen to us, yo. As soon as you said it, because Khan was in the blog. So Khan, P-Roll, a couple other names I mentioned. Fox wasn't in the blog. But, you know, that's Fox cool. So, and I ain't even hold Fox responsible. He took it upon himself to call me. Like, I want to apologize for Q, yo, Swave. And that was my first time ever speaking to Fox. And I happened to be in Cali.
You know what was funny? When you said that whole thing, guess who called me 5 minutes later? It's like you just saw on it that everything was exactly true. You know what I mean?
It was true. Listen, I ain't lied. Nothing I said in that battle was false. Khan called me, yo, my pad. I said, yo, Khan, why you calling me? You ain't do it. You got to talk for your men, too? Fuck that. Tell that nigga if it is what it is, tell him to get on the phone, and I want to hear from his mouth. And 5 minutes later, he called me, stuttering. This Wave? I'm like, yeah, who this? Yo, this QP. I'm sorry, man. I just get a little beside myself every now and then with the mouth. No hard feelings.
Right. And then, all right, I mean, what's your feelings on, like, would you like to take out the Topper Sons dude? Would you like to go against a Conceited since he's in that top-tier market? And if you do, let me make this a two-part question. If you do you think that it will be the same outcome?
Would I ever go against Conceited? Yes. If the money's right, and, you know, I don't see why not. You feel me? Would it be the same outcome? I do see myself winning. But as far as a murdering like that was, I don't see it being that much of a murder because Khan, I think, is a little bit better than the QP as far as what they do, you know, the punchlines and all that shit. I see Khan evolving. Like, when I seen Khan versus T-Rex, it showed me that Khan evolved with that style. Like, but it's still annoying because they still do that repeating they bar shit, and that shit ain't, like, them shits ain't gonna never work with me. You know what I mean? I personally think Rex beat Conceited because Conceited.
Okay, Well, let's go down that factor, because I did see you at the URL event. I was in the back, like right where Poison Pen and them were.
Right.
So everybody from URL is doing the breakdown. I seen you there. So let's just do a breakdown, just a name of who won the battle. I think the first one was DNA X Factor.
DNA X Factor. Shout out to my nigga DNA, but I'm gonna keep it 100 and go with X Factor on that one.
You know what's funny? I saw you say DNA lost that battle, but I didn't want to throw you under the bus if you were going to change your answer.
No.
I seen you say, "Oh, DNA lost that battle," so I didn't want to throw you under the bus. If you change your answer.
I told DNA he lost.
Your second, Sue Surf K-Shine.
Sue Surf edged it.
Sue Surf, I feel the same way. Midwest Miles and Tech 9, I don't really believe that needs an answer. Right?
Yeah, do I really got to answer that?
No. Math Half of Calico, for those of people that...
Do I really got to answer that one?
But those people weren't there, though.
Math lost. Math lost fair and square. I spoke to Math, and I told my nigga Math is my nigga. And I told Math straight up, I said, yo, my G, I seen something that night that I never seen in you before, and that's why you lost. Math was up there with shades on, looking like a model. He ain't look hungry to me, yo. The Math Hopper I know be hungry. That's why I fuck with the nigga, because sometimes he remind me of me. You know what I mean? He in the streets. He does everything he preach. I could vouch for Math on some real shit. Feel me? So when I seen him up there with the red hoodie on with the shades, and I ain't know who that was, my nigga. That's not my nigga, son. That's why, and we spoke, and he said it. He admitted it. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't that focused for that battle, and I could see it.
And you already said Rex beat.
Rex beat conceded. Yeah.
I actually disagree with you on that one. I think it would be a debatable one.
I think a lot of people, but I think Goods be conceded. A lot of people don't think that. You know what I mean? So I'll put it like this: that one didn't come out yet, and all I seen it was live. So I'm going off the live. Now I have seen battles before where when I seen it uploaded, it changed my perspective. Like, oh, wait a minute, I was wrong.
You were one of those first judges to come out with that blog. I forgot which one it was, but you came out with it.
It was a grind time battle, Lance versus Count Vernacular.
And everybody gave you respect for that, like the internet people were like.
I'm not a yes man. I'm gonna tell you what I admitted that I was crazy high. I didn't go to that grind time event expecting to battle nothing. I wasn't battling, so I just wanted to get fucked up and have fun. And they asked me to judge, and I was high up. So I said, all right, boom. And at the time, it seemed like Count Vernac had the crowd. So I let the crowd reaction sway me. But when I looked at the battle, it's a difference. You ain't in the environment, so you got time to sit down at the computer. You can rewind shit. You know what I mean? You can really look and hear what niggas are saying and really pay attention. And after I did that, Lance won that battle, hands down, B. And I say it to this day. I even got Count Vernacular mad. Nigga even challenged me to a battle, and I looked at him like, yo, you can't be serious. You know what I mean? Like, DNA was calling me like, yo, Count Vernac want to battle you. Newborn calling me, Count Vernac want to battle. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Count Chocula. Like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Like, I'm good, but I just said my mind. You know what I mean? Lance won that.
Okay, we got two more battles real quick, and then we get back to your career. 21 minutes to go. Call 347-215-6721 if you have any questions for Swave Sevah. He took on Disaster. Most recently, killed QP.
Right.
Some QP fans seem to disagree, but we'll get more into that. I just want to finish up with Charlie Clips versus A-Verb.
Charlie Clips all day. Fuck A-Verb.
But do you really think it was a massacre like that? I was there, and I felt like they were booing him. Without.
All right, you was there. You was there. Keep it funky. Do you really believe they didn't give Verb a chance?
I really do. Like when he said that line, I think he said, "Oh, is this who you really want to represent Harlem?" And everybody was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, I thought I saw." Like he started fighting back with the crowd. I like that, bro.
Listen. I like that too. That's what Disaster did against me. Fight back with the crowd. That shows you got gall. I ain't mad at that. Right. I'm talking about bars, and I'm talking about the fact that he's trying to cover up the fact by calling New York bias and blaming it on the crowd this is my thing. Had the first round started, right? The moment everybody quiet down, waiting for that first rapper to say the first word. If this was the case, if the first round started and the moment Verb say yo and the crowd go boo, that means they didn't give you a chance.
You're right.
That did not happen. Verb got through a whole 2 minutes of his first round, 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the first round before you heard the first boo. That means they was giving you a chance. That means you ain't say nothing to keep them interested for 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, but that Verb builds up. Verb always uses that to build up, and people know that. I kind of see where you're coming from on that.
No, okay, I understand what you're saying about Verb builds up, but he said they didn't give him a chance. That's a lie. Right.
Okay. I do believe, don't get me mistaken, I do believe that Charlie Clips did win that battle 3-0.
Right.
But I just feel like Verb was not as bad as people are making it out to be. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be proven wrong when the footage comes out again. But I was actually trying to hear Verb's verse, and everybody was like, boo, by the second round,
Yeah, by the second round. And then even when the second round started, they ain't booing from the gate. They let him say about a good 12 bars, and he said some bullshit, and then they went in again. But, he had already disappointed them in the first. Towards the end of the first, he let niggas down, and they started booing.
Okay, and then we'll take it to Hitman Holla versus Hollow the Don.
I give it to Hollow 2-1.
Yeah, I gave it the same thing. Okay, now back to your career. Well, I still want to stay on this Q thing because it seems to be getting a lot of buzz right now. You know what I mean? And
right.
All right, did you really want to hit him? When you swung at him, or was that just a way of herbing him?
I keep it real with you, G. Now that I look at the battle, I'm kind of upset that I even shoved him. Now I lost my composure like that. But I don't like being touched. And like I said, it's one thing for a nigga that I'm battling that I know and don't really have no gripe against to be touching me. And you know what I mean? But it's one thing for a nigga that I don't like to touch me in a battle. No, we don't rock like that. You said some bullshit about me back in the days. This battle is supposed to happen, and now it's supposed to happen July 30th. Niggas postponed it all these times. Then I'm hearing a back and forth that you and Cali tell a nigga that you ain't even going to come. And it's getting back. I got my Cali niggas talking about they overheard you say you ain't even trying to come after you done told Poison Pen you going to come. After Poison Pen done spent his money on your plane ticket, you tell a nigga to Cali you ain't going to come. So this shit was just it was a lot of tension built up behind it. So, yeah, don't touch me, fam. Don't touch me.
Yeah, message to all the battle rappers out there. Don't touch me.
Not even. Because if I'm cool with you and I battle you, I don't even have a problem with that. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'm not that sensitive. But it's just the build-up behind the me and QP battle. Where a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people think I bullied him. He was smaller than me. You wouldn't do that to nobody else. I probably wouldn't do that to nobody else. But if I didn't like the nigga the way I didn't like this nigga, I probably would. You know what I mean? And it's the fact that I didn't initiate nothing.
Is it like a boxer after you get in the ring with him? Do you have a newfound respect for him?
I tell you this, I got a newfound respect for QP for coming out here by himself to New York, knowing a lot of niggas out here don't like him.
Okay.
I give him respect for that.
See, this is what I feel like QP a lot of ways too. I mean, and do you just judge this on experience or what do you blame this on? You said tell them. He actually tries to explain the story. Who would do that?
I can't answer that because I can honestly say I ain't expect him to tell nothing. I ain't expect him to tell anything.
It's kind of like he was helping you with that body bag, It was zip me up.
He zipped himself up. I put him in the bag and he just zipped it up. And suffocated in the bag. Yeah.
And then, again, 15 minutes left, and I know I'm still on this battle. One last question, though, because it is QP versus Swave Sevah, the newest battle to drop on Grind Time by Direct on Direct's channel, and it was also a pay-per-view. So I just want to stay on this subject for one more question. Do you feel that it would have been the same thing
in Cali?
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. Now let's go back into your battle days. The battle with Disaster. Do you feel like you won it, first of all?
To keep it real with you, I think Disaster got me. But it's a stipulation of him getting me, because I don't think he beat me in bars. Because you can look at the battle and say, Disaster's one of the nicest niggas out here doing this battle shit. I give it to him. But bar-wise, he ain't have no substance. He just said a lot of funny shit. And the fact that he another one that came to New York by himself, that which a lot of New Yorkers claim they don't like him. They heckled him. And for the record, everybody be blaming Team Hami for always heckling my opponents. Nobody in Team Hami heckled Disaster. That was crowd niggas. Disaster did blogs, this in New York, and there was a lot of people that came to that battle just to get at Disaster. And for the record, I kept niggas off his ass. So let's put that out there. I kept the wolves off that man. You know what I mean? When the battle was over, he got in the cab and went straight to the airport. He didn't even stay. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. This is real talk. You can call Disaster. He'll tell you. You can call Poison Pen. You can call anybody that was at that body bag season event. Disaster got in the cab. Me and him was supposed to smoke a blunt after our battle, and he bounced. He got in the cab and bounced. So it's like, you know what I mean? So Team Hami ain't heckle him. You know what I mean? As far as substance, I tried to give something new. I broke down the whole natural disasters in the second verse. Niggas ain't really buy it. I got a lot of slack about the condone line. It wasn't even a punchline. It was just, nigga, your name Disaster. Obviously, you named yourself after something that's fucked up people for years. So you must condone this type of shit. So you must condone Katrina. When that shit happened, you was like, yeah, my name Disaster.
You
know what I mean? Like,
Cortez is a part of Team Hami, correct? You brought him in one of the
correct.
verses. I might be wrong. Okay, so Cortez is Team Hami. He never switched sides, or?
Did he? I don't know. I get this question all the time too. You know, I gotta have a little chat with Cortez because he don't. I mean, he NYB. You know what I mean? And you know that's the brand that they pushing right now, and I ain't mad. You know what I mean? Okay. Cortez always gonna be my nigga. He always gonna be Team Hami because he was the original 3 members when we started Team Hami. It was me, Cortez, and IP.
All right, now Cortez and Hitman Holla have like this blog going back and forth where some guy comes out and, you know, he starts cursing out Young Ill. I'm sorry. Cortez and Young Ill have this blog going back and forth. And then Young Ill was kind of like, I mean, I don't even know why he took it to this level. I mean, what do you feel about that?
Truthfully, I haven't seen anything on it. I heard about it, though. But all that is to me is hype for the battle coming up in Detroit. I ain't really looked too deep into that. You know what I mean? I heard there was a couple words exchanged, but, you know, the key words that I look for when I hear about words being exchanged, I ain't hear those key words, so I ain't take it that serious. You know what I mean? I don't hear nobody talking about popping off. They keeping it all wrapped, so I'm going to just let it go with the battle. You know what I mean? It's going to hype up the battle. After the battle, 9 times out of 10, ain't nothing going to happen. It's going to be another battle under the notch of URL and another battle for Cortez and Young Ill. I ain't think nothing of it.
So now that, and then Cortez is your boy, but Marv 1 is also your boy. I mean, do you take any feelings? Did you take any feelings? Cortez is your boy and Marv 1 are both your boys, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so do you take, like, any hard feelings while Marv 1 uses you to expose Cortez? Like, would you prefer your name out of those battles? And not to say like I'm on the side of real shit. I'm on the side of real shit. And if I was, you know what I mean? Well, you know, he just brought up the Team Hami, the jumping side thing. And, you know, Team niggas that know no Team Hami is mine. And well, he said, but he mentioned your name specifically though, because he said Team Hami, till you found out Swave was the only one who seen bodies. Then it was
right.
You know.
I just looked at it as a line. I ain't really take no offense to it. Had I rather been left out of it, of course. You know what I mean? I don't want to be caught in the middle of it because I did hear from both sides after that. And then, you know, I heard it from Cortez when Marv did it, and then I heard it from Marv when Cortez did it against the Saurus. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, of course I would rather be left out of it, but you know, they both my niggas, and I'm not going to throw neither one of them under the bus. So it's just what it is. You know what I mean? They used me to propel a thought, and that's what it was. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. Now I want to. You used the video to call out Head Ice and Verb, I believe. Was it Verb? Yeah. Okay, can you speak on that real quick, folks? Well, it was an interview, and in the interview, niggas asked me who's on my hit list, and my hit list ain't long. You know what I mean? My whole thing is I got 13, 14 battles on YouTube. I think I put in enough work, whether people want to believe I battle top 10 niggas or not. I battle who niggas put in front of me. I did a blog a while back, and the only top 10 nigga that answered was Disaster. I didn't even really want to battle Disaster because I had met him at MOB in Miami, and we actually got kind of cool, even though he didn't want to walk to the store, but we actually got kind of cool. You feel me? So I ain't really want to battle him because I don't like battling niggas that I don't have that killer instinct for. You feel me? So
does your opinion change on that aspect though? Is it kind of like you knew you were walking in there with somebody that wouldn't walk, to a store in the hood, as opposed to Head Ice that would?
Now Head Ice is a different. Like, truthfully, I don't even want Head Ice as bad as I want Verb, because I don't like Verb. Verb put my name in the song, fuck Swave, and I ain't even had nothing to do with the Charlie shit. I think that was some bullshit. You know what I mean? Especially after I spoke to him the day of the battle when he asked me to come to St. Louis to battle at Word War. So we just had a business conversation on some cool shit. You lose to Charlie, and then I'm in your song, fuck Swave. Like, what the fuck is that about? Okay. So that's some turncoat shit that I don't respect. So for that, I want to take Verb head off. I always wanted to battle him because I thought he was nice, and I thought he was, you know what I mean? For a nigga, if you're going to be in this field, why battle bums? Why not go for the best? So I figured I'd battle Verb, you know what I mean? As far as the Head Ice thing, I never wanted to go against the grain, B. Harlem is Harlem, B. I ain't want to battle none of these Harlem niggas. Mook, Rex, Ice, none of them. Feel me? We Harlem. I really want all us, the same way these Midwest St. Louis niggas stick together and come mobbing, I would love for Harlem to do that and go down to all the Harlem battle rappers. Because truthfully, if we do that, ain't nobody fucking with Harlem. Who fucking with it? We got Mook, Rex, Loaded Lux, me. We got a whole bunch of niggas in Harlem that go in. Ice.
And well, don't take this question the wrong way, too, because I don't believe that you're on the lowest tier of that thing. But views-wise, people would see you as that. Like, wouldn't you, have some pride issue with that?
What happened? Say it again.
Bringing in the views on YouTube, you're on the lowest of those three names that you just mentioned, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Wouldn't it be some pride issues like that? Like if you four went, because if you four joined the team like Harlem, there would be a lot of lines thrown at you off of that.
I don't care. Let them. I'll be the underdog that take out every last one of these niggas. Because ain't nobody killing me, fam. Disaster, the closest day that to it, and he didn't kill me. Nigga trying to say he destroyed me. He didn't kill me. Bar for bar, he ain't really beat me, if you ask me. I think he beat me in performance. It's a difference. And plus, I think the worst thing that happened to battle rap is unlimited rounds. I hate unlimited rounds. And I agreed to do unlimited rounds with Disaster. Don't ask me why, but I did. Or some
did he change it up on you last minute?
No. Nah. I want to clear that up, too. Disaster ain't changed up last minute. It was already agreed upon 3 weeks before the battle. The problem was getting him to New York. He had too many stipulations about, and I ain't want him to try to change up and be like, nah, I'm not coming. So I just said, man, whatever, just come on. You know what I mean? So, he ain't switch up last minute on me. He can't do that to me, no way. It's not possible. So I agree.
Pat Stay battle. Do you feel like
Marv 1 got that.
Battle?
Huh?
I think Marv 1 got that also, but do you feel like Pat Stay took it far? Do you think he should have mentioned stuff that...
I think Pat Stay... I know, listen, I know in battle raps there's nothing like... There's no holds barred in battles rap. I know this. And, but even there's certain lines that I don't cross with battle rappers out of respect of being a man. I don't disrespect niggas' children. You know what I mean? I don't really do gay jokes. I don't like that shit. I don't be telling niggas suck my dick. I don't say shit like that. You can look at every Swave battle rapper and call me back and tell me if you see me disrespect the nigga children, I kill your kids, and I don't do shit like that. And the whole Paste angle, Paste took on Marv 1 about his autistic brother, I think that was fucked up and tasteless. Real talk. Now, I know there's no hold barred in battle rap. I know, but I still think it was tasteless. Sorry.
Now, Marv 1, is he want to were you surprised he didn't swing it?
I was very surprised. I even called Marv 1 and told him he should have slapped the shit out of Paste.
So Marv Won is street though. Like he would have done it, but he just held his composure.
Yeah, he held his composure. Which I'm proud of. I wish I held my composure against Cool P with all the touching, because I'm getting backlashes for shoving the little nigga. He is a little nigga, and when you look at it do look like I really bullied him. But it's just like, yo, my man, he was pulling on my shirt and all that. Like, goddamn. He ain't just tapping me no more. He's pulling on me.
He apologized for touching.
And then he did it again.
Yeah. I mean, I see, but I feel like that was a bad look. He shouldn't have apologized. If he should have maybe just kept it back.
I mean, it did. Even when he apologized, I said, cool, because I thought he was going to stop. Then he started grabbing my shirt, pulling on my clothes, like, yo, you wildin', fam. Chill. I don't like that.
And then, okay, our first episode was with Johnny Storm. Any opinion on him? He said he would love to battle a smack person. He was supposed to battle Sketch Menace at grind time. So, just to keep our guest in order, would you ever battle Storm?
It came up to me before, and, I fuck with Storm. I like Storm a lot. I think he got bars. I think he go hard in battles. And would I ever, like I said, if the money was right and the situation was right, yeah, why not? You know what I mean? He's not whack. You know what I mean? Yeah, why not? He definitely up there as far as grind time status. So, yeah, why not? If the money was right, venue was right situation, yeah. Shout out to Johnny Storm, though.
Were you shocked by that?
Huh?
Awkward's Rome, were you shocked by it?
Was I shocked by it? Shout out to Awkward, you my nigga, but no, I kind of wasn't. I kind of thought Rome was going to win.
Now,
just cause
your whole persona is like a street dude, though. So, do you appreciate those battles? Do you appreciate the Awkwards versus Rome battle?
I appreciate everything. This is the thing about me. I am a street nigga. I got a history, but I'm also an artist. I'm a lyricist, and I'm a martial artist. And you know what? I appreciate it more because it's more versatility. That's why I kind of like battling in grind time, because you go up with more different kind of styles. It's like even when I was fighting in karate tournaments back in the day, you never knew what kind of style you was getting on that mat with. That's why I used to love fighting in karate tournaments, because me being based in Shotokan, I might get on the mat with a Tai Chi nigga.
What color belt are you a black belt?
I have 3 black belts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm a 3rd degree. But me being based out of Shotokan, you might hit the mat with a Kempo discipline. And I don't know if you know about the history of martial arts, but a lot of disciplines was made to counter other disciplines. You know what I mean? Like Wushu and Tai Chi. Wushu was made to counter Tai Chi. You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like what you did with QB?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
And you don't get URL is big at what they do, but you don't get a lot of versatility in URL. They all like street rappers. You know what I mean?
Okay, 1 minute left. Swave, CD's coming out. Try to wrap it up as quick as you can. Go ahead.
Son of a One-Armed Man come out first thing 2012. But before that, I'll have 2 mixtapes out, one called Afro Samurai and one called Words to Live By. So y'all can catch those up. And then Son of a One-Armed Man come out 2012. That's my album. That's going to be fire.
1 more minute. Shout out to Team Hami.
Shout out to Team Hami, all my members of Team Hami. If I name them all, it'll take up the whole minute. But shout out Team Hami. You know what I mean? And, everybody, that's what it is. Swave Sevah.
Okay, leave us with this. Or we're going to see you last on the floor with. Is it going to be, is it still going to be Head Ice, or he's not even a consideration no more? Who's most
me and Head, Party Head Ice, because Verb is running.
Okay. And you feel like you could put the nail in the coffin on that career?
For Ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, words heard here from Swave Sevah. Your Swave will love to welcome you back on a follow-up show as we keep the show going. Thanks for being the second guest, Mike. We really appreciate you joining us, man.
Thanks for having me, brother.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
No doubt.